All right, so now let's break down my response a little bit. Okay, so if we take a closer look, I actually, for that 20 seconds, I actually planned for 4 sections. Part one is directly just respond to the question. Okay, 你最喜欢吃什么？我最喜欢吃冰淇淋。Right? Answer the question. Okay, very explicitly. Make sure you do that. Um, so that is part one. That is a part usually, if you understood the question, you should be able to do. And then the next part is that I was trying to explain the first reason why I like ice cream. The reason is 夏天马上就要到了，每天很热，吃冰淇淋让你很舒服。So that's the first reason. Eating ice cream makes you feel good when it's hot. And then I have did something similar in part three. Part three was my reason two, why I choose ice cream. 而且冰淇淋有很多不同的口味，每个人都能够找到自己喜欢的口味。我最喜欢吃巧克力的冰淇淋。小时候每次看到冰淇淋车，我都会叫我爸爸妈妈给我去买巧克力冰淇淋。So what I did there is I elaborated a little bit more. So as you can see, it's much longer. So basically, the first part is my second reason is that ice cream has a lot of different flavors, and everybody can find their own flavor. So that's a good thing, right? And if my time is running up, and then I can just stop right there. But if I had more time, I brought in my personal opinion, personal experience into the elaboration. 我最喜欢吃什么？小时候怎么样？怎么样？怎么样？ Okay. And then I had part four. Part four is just in case there are extra time. I like, maybe I skip a part. So this is like a backup plan, sort of. 你最喜欢吃什么口味的冰淇淋呢？ So you can kind of like try to ask the question back, pretend that you're asking the other person the question, sort of 你呢 type of thing. So 你最喜欢吃什么口味的冰淇淋呢？ If you have like just maybe 5 seconds left, right? So this is my kind of response broken down. And let's take a look at the next slide. So try to speak at a comfortable and a natural pace for you. Again, that's going to come into your preparation, how much you plan to say for each question. If my response was way too much for you, then you should plan for less. Just take some part off. See how much you are able to speak for 20 seconds that make you sound good and confident. If you cannot finish the speaking example in the provided previous slide, don't worry about it. Okay, just make sure you have maybe at least one elaboration, because usually if you just answer with one sentence, that is not enough for 20 seconds. Have a clear structure in mind when you are answering. That's what I was trying to do. This is gonna again help you kind of like getting into a template, so you can automatically process a lot of things. If you're trying to be creative on the spot when you're answering those questions, sometimes it might work. A lot of times you might just feel like you're stuck, and like if you spend a lot of time thinking, that is not a good thing. All those especially in the past for the AP exam, there's no time for you to think or taking notes, jot down notes. You're supposed to respond right away. So in that kind of scenario, having a game plan is very important. What you're gonna say, there's a hierarchy of your response. First, repeat the same question, and then answer it. Replace the question words with your answer, and then second part, reason one, reason two. Like if you expect there are 2 additional layers after your response and train yourself to respond like that, then I think you should be generally good for the 20-second responses. And then sometimes it's not reason, you can have like different events as well. Okay, so the next video, we're going to be talking a little bit about cultural presentation, and it's going to be following kind of like similar school of thought, if you will. And hopefully this is going to be helpful for your AP exam.